Our favorite compas of another jam-packed episode of the Four Compas Show. In this episode, we will do a quick recap of the Monday Night Football game. Not much to recap, to be honest. I can tell you right now, the Chiefs look a little bit weak when it comes to quarterbacks that can move in the pocket. Maybe if Jayden Daniels plays different game, we'll talk about that. But what I'm really excited about, and this is basically a Gilberto episode. Why is it a Gilberto episode? Because it's been 4 weeks since we played Fork 'em or Keep 'em. And guess what? It's been 4 weeks since that. That means there's another segment of Fork 'em or Keep 'em that we'll do with him. Plus our week 8 takeaways. And of course, we can't forget our usual segments during the football season, the Compas Power Rankings, the Pick'ems Challenge. We'll get into the Pick'ems Challenge. There's a certain individual that's very excited.
What about the Wins Challenge? You guys didn't even bring that up last week.
We did bring it up. We did.
We did it. We left. We were like, hey, Gilberto happened to be in first place. He caught up Dan, but no, let's go. Let's get out of here. Watch the damn baseball game. Let's go.
Exactly. Yeah. Vic the Producer said, hey, I want to make it out to watch my Dodgers. By the way, last night, 18 innings, Freddie Freeman hits the homer to walk it off. Justin Herbert was at the game. He said today he did not stay for the 18 innings. He's like, I had to get up early and go to my regular job, as many of you did, I'm sure.
No, went home for other reasons. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh, really? What other reasons?
I don't know.
Did you stay up for the 18 innings?
I did, and I'm very tired today. I feel like a baseball expert after I watched 2 games in one. What was that?
I fell asleep in the 13th inning.
Oh, no, I made it through, but I guess I only watched one game because I was watching that crappy Chiefs Commanders game.
That was so bad.
By the time I started watching, it was like the 8th inning. So I watched, what was that? What's the math? 10 innings right there. So I think I'm a baseball expert. And it was funny seeing all those so-called celebrities in the picture there of the World Series. I'm like, you guys don't care about baseball. You just
see Herbert and Madison Beer were sitting next to the Biebers. I thought that was so funny.
Oh, really? I didn't.
Yeah, some guy goes, this guy was hanging out with Gabe Neighbors, and I can't remember the other guy he used to hang out with. He's like, my quarterback was hanging out with Gabe Neighbors, and I can't remember who 6 years ago. And look at him now hanging out with the Biebers and with Madison Beer. Hey, I'm like, that's great.
He upgraded. But you know what? I'll say this. When Dan comes on, I'm going to tell him, hey, when your quarterback has a bad game, I'm going to say he's hanging out with the celebrity too much. How do you feel about that, Dan? It's going to happen.
There's a video where Justin, Haley, and Madison Beer are talking, and Justin's like way into the game, like, oh, come on. And like, I just started laughing. I'm like, that's pretty funny. Like, he's so into the game, and all 3 comadres are just talking right next to him.
Doesn't change, man. Hanging out with LeBron James, Justin Bieber.
Oh, yeah. Watching Luka Doncic and everything.
I'm worried about the work ethic.
My Dan's not worried. He knows. Dan knows who his quarterback is. We'll get into that though.
Same energy about Taylor Swift is always on my screen. Okay, do I want to see Madison Beer on my screen all the time? Maybe, but I'll just leave it at that.
She has not been on your screen though.
She's been on my social media. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, me too. But I mean, it is what it is. The guy's happy.
The NFL will catch on.
The NFL, okay. I don't think so. I don't think they care about that.
I've seen a bunch of NFL posts. They'll get there.
We'll see. All right. So last time, a couple weeks ago, I love Two Goon. The primetime games are pretty good at SoFi. Honestly, Gilbert, you and I have always said this, even when they were bad. Why do they keep the Chargers on primetime? Because no matter what, you're gonna get a show. Whether they win, whether they lose, you're going to get a show. So I love Two Goon. I think you should go.
Better than the Commanders being on prime time every week. I'm tired of watching the Commanders. They're going to be on again this week against the Seahawks. Sunday Night Football.
That's going to be an ugly game. All right. So 4 weeks ago, I asked Gilbert if he was going to fork some teams or if he was going to keep the teams. So obviously Gilbert went through his list and he gave me the list of the teams that he wanted to fork, and I have them in front of me. So we are going to go through that list, and then I'm going to give him some new teams. So Gilbert, are you ready?
So you're giving me a chance to unfork teams, or
if you would like, I will give you a chance to unfork teams. Okay. If not, if you want to keep them forked, that's on you.
I'll be shocked if you get one out of me, but let's try.
Okay. The Cincinnati Bengals.
Nope, you're dead. That's it.
Arizona Cardinals.
You suck.
Miami Dolphins.
You're terrible.
New York Jets.
You stink.
Cleveland Browns.
Get out of my life.
Tennessee Titans.
Go make more trades.
The Raiders.
You suck. I already said that one, but whatever.
Giants.
You stink again.
Bears.
You still suck. No, they're not making the playoffs.
Vikings.
Oh, they've been horrendous. One of the most disappointing teams in the NFL.
After last year, you said they were going to go 3-14. Saints.
Yeah, I was a year late. Yeah, definitely fire sale. Please fire sale.
Panthers.
Did I fork them already? Right?
Yep.
Yeah, keep the fork in there. Yeah, they're not gonna do anything. They're not.
All right, now let us go to the rest of the NFL teams that you have not forked yet. The Baltimore Ravens.
Nope, they have a chance. They're in the crappy AFC North. They're probably going to win their next 4 games. They're playing the Jets, the Browns, the Vikings, and some other crappy team. They're going to win 4 in a row. Oh, the Dolphins on Thursday Night Football.
Houston Texans.
Yes, fork them. I'm done. They're frauds. I do not like all this talk from the national people. A reporter is saying, look at the Texans. They beat the 49ers. Anytime you do something against the 49ers, you get praise. But like 6 days ago, you did nothing against the Seahawks after a bye week. And now I'm going to be here trying to praise you for having a good game. No, they're and not just that. The Colts are running away with the division. They're 7-1. They're 3-4. That avenue was gone. Now you want to make the wild card? Good luck trying to get one from either the Bills or the Patriots or the Chargers or the Chiefs or the Broncos. They're not going to make it. I don't care if they turn it around. They have no chance.
Okay. They play the Broncos this weekend, so that'll be an interesting game. It's in Houston, so we'll see.
And they're actually the Texans are favorites in that game.
No Patrick Surtain. Jacksonville Jaguars.
Same scenario as the Texans. Fork them. The Colts are just running away with that division, and I don't think they're good enough to hang with the other teams in the wild card.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, they're fine. They're going to probably win the division, or they're probably going to make the wild card. They're okay.
LA Chargers.
They're gonna same thing. They could still win the division and they could still win the wild card. I just think there's a different class there from like the top 7 and the rest of the teams in the bottom.
Buffalo Bills.
Same thing. Maybe division or wild card. They're in.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, fork them. Total frauds here. I get it. Somebody has to win the AFC South here, but I'm gonna put my money on the Ravens. Like they were freaking 1-5. And they couldn't put this division away. They got torched by Joe Flacco. They got torched by Jordan Love. They made a move right now for Kyle Duggar. Kyle Duggar can't, defend the pass. He's more of a box safety. He's more of a physical.
I didn't get that
safety, which I know Deshaun Elliott got hurt, but this is the worst pass defense in the league, Fernando. It's not the Cowboys. It's the Steelers. They're averaging 273 pass yards per game. The Cowboys are only allowing 258. That tells you a lot. So to me, unless they trade Jalen Ramsey and they trade Darius Slay and they get younger and they find better pieces in secondary, this team has no hope. They're going to fade, and I'm starting to think they're going to blow that streak for Mike Tomlin. Fork them.
Can you please come to the Sunday night game? I know it's very hard for you. I need you at that Sunday night game. I want you to go in there and after Herbert lights him up for 500 yards.
I was going to say, like, just to see that. I don't know.
Oh, Herbert's going to go. I think Herbert might go off on them, like, really.
It'll be funny though, because there'll probably be a lot of Steeler fans at SoFi. Yeah. And is that the game that I Love to Goon is talking about in prime time?
Yeah, that was the game he was talking about. But
yeah, you might be surrounded by Steeler fans, but if you want to see Herbert,
to see you at that game.
If Herbert is able to make a lot of Steeler fans cry, then maybe it's worth it.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Denver Broncos.
They're fine.
New England Patriots.
They're fine. Honestly, a better game would be like which team that's not currently in the playoff scenario will make it, because I'm having a hard time finding a couple.
Okay, then let me ask you, because you're going to say yes to the Colts. Let me ask you a question. Is it more likely that the 7 teams that are in right now are the teams that stay in the, like, who's more likely to stay to be the 7 teams that make it? And like, you know what? That's what we're going to do, Vic. I'm going to change that up. Okay. Which 7 teams are more likely to be the teams that make it into the playoffs? Is it the 7 in the AFC currently, or the 6th in the NFC currently. So listen to this. In 7th place, Kansas City. 6th, LA Chargers. 5th, Buffalo Bills. 4th, Pittsburgh Steelers. 3rd, Denver Broncos. 2nd, New England Patriots. And 1st, Indianapolis Colts. On the other side, 7th, 49ers. 6th, LA Rams. 5th, Detroit Lions. 4, Seattle Seahawks. 3, Tampa Bay. 2nd, Philly, and 1st, Green Bay. Which conference is more likely to have the 7 teams that I just named?
Yeah, it's definitely the NFC. Like,
okay.
Honestly, I could see 12 out of the current 14 teams making it, maybe 13. The only one I have no faith in is the Steelers. I'm worried about the 49ers and their bad defense. They made a move today, which is They got Keon White today from the Patriots. But it's more of a depth piece. They need to add more. I'm worried about them fading. But I have more hope in them than the Steelers. They're gonna fade fast. I think the Ravens they're not gonna fade until like the final couple of weeks here when the Ravens catch them, because the Ravens are that behind. But I have no faith in the Steelers doing anything. So they're gonna lose that division lead, and that's gonna open up a spot for just the Ravens. Don't talk about the Bengals, please. No.
So you're both trades today were
there were snoozers, and I'm over here busy writing about it. But check it out, check them out at si.com. I gave grades to both, and real quick, I think the Patriots are doing something smart there. They should be buyers, right? They're 6-2, they're in first place, but they're like, you know what? These guys from Gerard Mayo and Bill Belichick, we don't want them. You want them? You're desperate. 49ers, Steelers, you're desperate. Actually, the two teams that are probably on the fringe of maybe losing their spot in the playoffs made trades for washed up players that nobody wants in New England because Mike Vrabel said you guys suck. Like it's kind of wild how Mike Vrabel operates. He saw a guy in Kyle Duggar who got a 3-year, $58 million contract extension, playing 90% of defensive snaps the last couple of years, and said, "No, I don't need you. I'm gonna make it as an example. If you don't want to abide by my rules, you're gonna go play preseason games. You're gonna lose your starting job, and then when you complain about it, we're not gonna cut you. We're gonna trade you because we need an asset from you." And I just love the way that Mike Vrabel approached that, because when you have a new coach, you need to make an example out of somebody, and it became Kyle Duggar.
I think what they're going to end up doing is they're being sellers to be buyers.
Yeah, they're going to flip those picks, I think, too.
Yeah, they're going to make a move or two. I wouldn't be surprised if they called New Orleans and said, "Hey, what are you guys willing to what can we give you to get rid of some of these guys?" Man, I wouldn't doubt them go get Chris Olave.
That'd be a nice pickup for Drake May. I think they need one more good pass rusher. Keon White wasn't going to be that guy. But yeah, you could. They're doing the smart thing, and I even wrote, which I got to actually fix my story. I wrote for tomorrow that the Steelers should improve their secondary by trading players away. I know that sounds a little complicated, but if you trade Jalen Ramsey, you trade Darius Slay, you might even trade Patrick Queen or Alex Heisman, and you trade those guys and you revamp it with maybe some other guys. You flip that guy for that guy. You get a better corner here, a better corner over there. You get younger over here. You get a couple draft picks. Like, the Steelers are never going to wave the white flag, but they got to revamp that defense. And I think they have the pieces to make some noise there. Just follow the path of the Patriots. Just get guys who don't fit the scheme and then flip them for draft pick. And you never know where that could take you, but they're not going to do it. They don't operate that way.
No, I completely agree with you, especially because, like I said, or like you said, they're getting older. They're not getting any younger, and they're getting picked up. Jordan Love had 9 incompletions, I think, in that game.
He set the record, I think, for most consecutive and for Packers, I think.
You're playing Indy this weekend, and then you play the Chargers the week after that. Like, what do you think is going to happen in those 2 games with their pass-heavy offenses?
I'm hoping those 2 teams beat them, and that way you could be like, okay, they're forked for reals.
All right. Good. Let me ask you this one. More likely to have 3 teams in the playoffs, the AFC West or the NFC West?
You asked me this last week, but I kind of see both getting it. The 49ers are holding it up. I think I can't get a sense on them for a while. I'm like, they're going to make it. They're going to be fine. And then they just played terribly in Houston. And I'll add more to this. Like, the AFC North is going to waste a spot. Like, guys, the teams that we just forked, the Jaguars and the Texans, like, I'd rather see those 2 teams, which is, believe it or not, than the winner of the AFC North. Like, I don't think the Ravens that they get in are going to make any noise, but they have a chance there. And that's the crappy part about the division method, where, these wildcard teams or these fringe wildcard teams are not going to get in because somebody else has to win that AFC North there. So That's the crappy part there. But I could see definitely Seahawks, 49ers, Rams, and then Broncos, Chiefs, and Chargers making it.
I could see a scenario in this year is if, let's just say, Baltimore gets in with 8 wins, and like a team like Jacksonville with 10 wins doesn't get in.
That's gonna suck.
For 11, they're gonna do something about it. Remember a couple of years ago, I always say a couple of years ago, and people call me out for saying it, but whatever. 18 years ago, the Chargers were 8-8, and they played Indianapolis, who was 13-3 or 12-4, and Indy had to come to San Diego to play at Qualcomm Stadium. And after Indy lost, they bitched about it, and they're like, "Hey, what the hell? Like, this shouldn't happen." Blah blah blah. So what they did is they because the Chargers still got a low draft pick, they had like a top 18 draft pick because they were 8-8, and they weren't setting them by who made the playoffs. So they changed that rule. I'm sure if something like this happened, they're gonna change some rule or whatever and be like, "Oh, well, it would have been more exciting if so and so made it." Just because I think it's Lamar Jackson, they wouldn't complain about it, but we'll see. All right, let us bring in Vic the Producer now to see what trade scenarios he has in his mind.
Raiders, Jets, Colts,
Bengals.
Sorry, that slipped.
Wow,
Let's bring in Vic
liar.
I knew I'd get a chuckle out of Vic for that one. Vic, how are you doing?
Doing good. He's doing a lot better with those picks this year. He cut down on his new teams that would make the playoffs.
I got the Patriots in there. That's the only one.
I blame the Raiders beat writers for getting in Gilbert's mind last year, and he talked to his colleague and friend, and he probably put it in his mind that the Raiders
didn't fool me twice. They freaking suck right now. And I'll say this: I went on the Raiders network or Raiders radio network earlier today, and I was trying my best not to destroy that team on their own radio network, and it was very difficult.
It's time for
it was like, whoa, let's not crap on Mark Davis on this show.
It's time for Pete Carroll to go to the retirement home, and he can take his crappy offensive line coach son with him.
Yeah, I started pretty hard for the first 5 minutes. I'm like, I got to tone it down. I forgot where I am. I got to be nice.
He thinks Dan is on the other side, so he has to like.
You're not the only one that's been on there that says, "Oh yeah, I'm on the Raiders radio network here."
It's like when the Chargers used to have me on their podcast network, and they were like sucking. I'm like, well, what can I say here? Like, I know you invited me to say positive things, but I got nothing for you.
Yeah, no, totally.
All right, Vic. I know you have 10 scenarios scenarios for us as we wait for Dan to jump on with us.
Yeah. So the way I did this, I read Gilbert's story a couple of days ago where he said there was 5 teams that needed to be sellers. So what I did was I took players from those 5 teams, and I made an exception for one team, and that was the Giants. I added the Giants. So I have players from those 5 teams that he mentioned, which were the Saints, the Raiders, the Titans, the Dolphins, and who was the 5th one, Gilbert? I'm trying to remember.
But in my defense, I didn't add the Giants. That was before Cam Scatterboo. I thought they might have something there.
Right.
I would have definitely added them. Let's go one more time. You said Titans, Dolphins, Raiders, Saints, Browns,
Dolphins.
Jets,
Browns and Dolphins. Yeah.
And then
So those were the 5. Those were the 5 there.
Are you forking the Falcons?
Yeah, I would definitely fork them. They suck.
I would do too. Even though I have them on my wins list, I would too.
That Kirk Cousins deal looks worse and worse, man. He was awful.
Yeah. It's funny because I was laughing here in the green room as you guys were talking, and you guys took one of them, which was my number 2 here. But let me start off with number 1. Number 1 here, Jeffrey Simmons to the Buffalo Bills.
And you're just definitely, yeah, yes. Hell yeah. Like anybody would be lucky to get Jeffrey Simmons. The problem is, a lot of the teams that I mentioned, it's just, and it's part of my annoyance, is they don't look in the mirror. They don't say, you know what, we suck. We got to think about draft capital. Jeffrey Simmons is a perfect player to kind of, share what I'm thinking here. A lot of these players who are in the back end of their prime, approaching 30 on the wrong side of 30, should definitely be dealt when you're on a crappy team. Like, why are you holding on to Jeffrey Simmons when the Titans will probably be, we're nice, 3 years away from winning, 2 years away from competing. Like, what are we doing here? So, yes, for the Titans, go get a first round pick out of it. And the Bills, yeah, go all in. What are we doing here playing it safe when you haven't done anything in the Josh Allen era? Maximize it. You have a bad defense. You don't even have real wide receivers either. So to me, make a move.
Fernando.
I agree with you guys. I think that definitely Jeffrey Simmons needs to be a Buffalo Bill. They just lost Ed Oliver for the year. They're about to play Kansas City this weekend, where I think they may struggle against Kansas City to generate a pass rush. I know they have Joey Bosa and they have some other players on there, but they don't have what they have in Ed Oliver. So I think they're going to struggle. I think they're going to realize it. I think this weekend's going to be very good for a lot of teams to know where they're at. And I think this weekend's going to give a lot of I appreciate that cheese eating bastard. I definitely think that that's going to give them a rude awakening of where they're at, because Buffalo, they've been struggling. I mean, they haven't really had the fire. They had the firepower against Carolina, but they struggled against the Falcons. They struggled to stop the run. They struggled to do some other stuff. So I definitely think that that they do need to look in the mirror and do that. But Vic, let me ask you, is it cool if we take a timeout, we bring in Dan, we do our segments, and then we come back to this at the end?
If you want, or we can just continue on with him. I don't really mind. We're gonna go through this real quick. I don't want to take too much of you guys' time. So
no, you're good. Let's just let's bring in Dan, let's do our segments, and then we'll jump back into this, so that because he is a man that he has something to say to a certain individual on this podcast. So let us bring in Dan and Dago.
I'm glad he's back from his bye week.
Let me tell you something. You got 20 minutes of my time, and if he keeps running his math about me, I'm going to take off 5 minutes.
5 minutes? I don't care.
Oh, sure.
You're doing a disservice to your fans here in the comments who've been missing you.
Disservice? My bye week.
Yeah, I told people that you were taking a mental health break, and
best.
I said, hey, ease up on Dan. He needs to recover. You know, it's been a rough few months for him, and let's send him a postcard or some flowers and he'll cheer up. And
Angel Gilbert was messing. No, I don't want to say messing.
Yeah,
around.
let me recover. Exactly. Again, forgive me. I don't have the luxury of liquid lunch. Oh, here he goes. No one cares about the Packers. Terrible. I get it from all sides. You know, it's the closest people to you that disappoint you the most. That hurts you.
Dan, why don't you give us your weekend 8 takeaway?
What's my takeaway?
I got you. Hold on. Give me
the banner will tell me.
Yeah. There you go.
AFC West is wide open, 100%. Why not? Why not? Something good happened to Dan. I don't know. I think it's a good idea. I can't yell too much. The window's open, but why something good happens to me and it's a problem? What's going on? Why not? After what I saw, the team I saw on Thursday was a team I was promised. So I don't know what the hell happened in between those few weeks. So Dan, did you figure it out?
Did you see what a certain individual wrote at SI?
My God, I could only imagine how hard he was waving those pom-poms for Mahomes and the Reed and everybody else. Are you getting an invitation to the Swift wedding or no?
I didn't even write about the Chiefs this week. I wrote about the Commanders being total dog crap.
Oh, but that was your team. What happened?
Not anymore. I moved on. See, when you miss a week, you can't keep up with my teams, Dan.
You're like a leech. On the show. You just suck the life out of teams, and then you move on to the next like a parasite. Can you take this off
real quick?
Yeah, I got you.
Look at this, Dan. This was wrote on last Thursday.
What does it say?
It says how pivotal call reversal change the Chargers' fortunes.
Now we want to talk about officials. That's crazy coming from you.
They got a break. Get out of here, Dan. If you want to talk about something, that was a lucky call. That was not.
Well, I didn't even see it, but all of a sudden we're worried about the refs are calling. When it's my team, let them get a little love for God's sake.
I wrote that they took advantage of the opportunity. They got a break.
Tell them
about some of the hits that your quarterback takes.
Yeah, the late hits that never get called, but if it was someone's beloved Mahomes,
I don't want to hear about Justin Herbert when he's out drinking all night, partying with his celebrity friends.
How do you know he's drinking?
I don't know.
He doesn't drink or party.
The work ethic is not there anymore.
He's like those Dagestani fighters. It's all about faith, family, football,
wrestling.
All right, Vic, go ahead. Oh, sorry, or Gilbert.
Wait, mine?
Oh,
yeah. Maybe this one will be better for when we do the trade stuff. But Myles Garrett and TJ Watt should be traded. Again, what's with teams holding on to players in the back end of their prime? TJ Watt's 31. Myles Garrett is 29. You think the Browns are going to do anything in the next 3 years? No. Myles Garrett, you're crying about being with a winner, but the second you got the paycheck, you start crying with the monies. Oh, yeah, we suck, but I'll take this money here. Yeah, trade the guy. TJ Watt, too, like, he has done nothing since he got paid his 3 years, $123 million. Like, you paid a guy who's 31 years old. I get it. He's TJ Watt. You had to do it, but you don't have to hold on to the contract. So, to me, stop being scared. The Steelers are in a mediocre land for the longest. I can't remember the last time they were good. Trade these guys.
Vic, why don't
but
you
when
go?
I said TJ Watt was overpaid, you shouldn't have done it. I was a criminal. I was a bad man. But look at us now.
That's fair. You did just say that. I'll give you credit.
Go ahead, Vic.
Mine is the on-field product has sucked this season, and I think the NFL might start to, hit towards a down period now, because for them it's all about making money. I saw Mike Florio make a video of this that in 2012, I believe, they said that they told their investors that their goal was to make, like, I believe something like $27 billion by 2027. And you're starting to see all the problems with cutting corners. This is the most fans are spending for, to be able to watch games. You're having to go to 6 different networks. And yet, like, all I keep hearing is, hey, like, the 1 o'clock window is bad. Now it's I should say the 10 a.m. window is bad. And now the 1 o'clock window is bad. And it's just been bad. They don't put money back into the product. You're seeing it with, the player development, whether it's the offensive line. Every single thing is bad in the NFL right now. And you're seeing, because all it is about right now is making the most money for their investors. And you're seeing it with the quality of play. I thought we're not even seeing 300-yard games anymore, guys. Like, I think, what was it? It was Russell Wilson got up to 400 passing yards, and then I think Jordan Love went over 300. We're not seeing that either with the too high shell as well. It's just the quality of football has gone down since like 2018, 2019, and I just don't see it getting better, because at the end of the day, all that matters is them, making money.
Go
ahead.
Wow, Gilberto is not overpaid. He works his ass off. What are you talking about?
Thanks.
This guy's already drunk. He can't even spell.
I wish I was overpaid. He thinks I'm the swimsuit editor. That's why.
Though, like, Brady was the last of the old guard, like, really pocket passing, doing all that. Now they want to do all this gadget stuff that doesn't translate as well. And then the running backs at
quarterback. Well, and then they're using the players way more than they were back in the day. Like, now it's, hey, we need you to go to London and then come back.
Oh, my God.
Do you want your bye week or not? Next year, they're talking about going to Greece for the Chargers, or in 2 years, either next year or in 2 years. Then they're talking about sending the Rams to Australia. Like, that's a lot of wear and tear. Like, the Rams and the Chargers are already two of the heaviest flying teams. Like, they spend more time in the air than anybody, than even probably Superman does. But now they need to kind of settle that down. And now they're talking about 18 games, and you can overkill the product as well. And I don't think the NFL's understood that. So they need to come to Jesus moment, because as quickly as it went up, it can come down. So, but I agree with.
I'm gonna make one more thing too. I'll say this too. Like, the whole Bad Bunny thing was a distraction, because honestly, like, the product on the field is really hurting. And you look at some of the stuff that's going on now. It's the tush push to Matthews dolls. Like, can the tush push be done? And I'm over it. Yes. And the first thing you heard this week was, now it's like, oh, let's talk about banning the tush push. It's always something else outside of the product, because like I said, and like, we continue to make excuses. Like, I even saw a lot of the colleagues with Gilbert there at SI talking about, well, like, this is what happens when you have, like, good teams on a bye, or you put the Rams on London time in a London game, then the rest of your game suffer. And I'm like, that's not the what's going on here. Your product sucks. You have guys that are getting hurt, and that's why I thought I read a great article earlier in the season that part of the reason that you're seeing a lot of these, the quarterbacks facing each other early in the season is because they want to get to those matchups before they get hurt. And now we're seeing it with Jayden Daniels getting hurt. You see Lamar getting hurt.
Twice.
A lot of these guys are getting hurt, and so that also hurts the product.
Gilbert just forked 20 NFL teams. So don't worry, Dan. He did not fork your team.
Good.
And even I'm telling you right now, we take a screenshot of the standings. I bet you 12 out of the 14 are going to make it, and there's no chance for the bottom teams to make it.
I hope someone did.
But yeah,
hopefully the Chargers already went through their injuries, right, Dan? Now they're going to get healthy.
Exactly. We can only go up from here, baby.
All right. Let's go to the Compas NFL Power Rankings. Let's start off with Gilbert.
Yeah, to go off of Vic's point, it was such a lackluster week 8 where nothing really changed in my eyes. I know there was bye weeks too, but I can't remember a Sunday being that boring in a very long time. I don't even know if I ever felt that way. There was always at least 1 or 2 games like, yeah, that was good. Not a single game stood out this past week. I thought maybe Packers, Steelers, but no, they had to screw me over. Super Steelers. And then like even the week before that, like the best game, was Broncos Giants, and even I was like, that was kind of a beautiful disaster. It wasn't like clean football. There are a couple games that have occurred, and I think that's the thing, Vic. It's like as long as there's 1 or 2 good games during the week, that's all we care about. But this was one of the few weeks where nothing was good. People are talking about it, but we're all going to be distracted if there's a couple games like the Giants and the Broncos. But anyways, back to the point here. Nothing changed in my eyes. Lions are still number 1. Eagles are number 2. Watch out. People wanted to, fork them after 2-game losing streak. I know Saquon got hurt, but it's a bye week. Saquon was doing well. They could pass the football again. Everybody was crying about their defense and their offensive line. They're still 6-2. The Colts, it's hard for me to go all in instead of the Lions and the Eagles, who are more proven teams, but they're number 3. They got my respect. Your favorite owner from the Colts, Dan, taking that notepad, has that team 7-1, doing well.
Oh, the guy who got the DUI?
No, it's a different owner.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And then the Chiefs, they're good, but they're not top 3 good. People are trying to make it seem like that's the case. We'll find out more this week against the Bills. Good game, maybe. And number 5, I have no idea who to put, so I'm going with the Rams here.
Go
Rams
ahead,
and
Gilbert.
Love it.
Thank you.
Sorry, go ahead, Vic.
I kept it the same. We all kept it the same. Apparently, like none of us were wowed by what we saw in week 8. I kept it the same. Colts, Lions, Eagles, Bucks, Chiefs. And cheese eating bastards asking, what about the Packers?
I know.
No one cares.
I'm sorry, I need to see them beat somebody. Like, I get it. They beat the Lions in week 1. But ever since, like, I keep seeing stats where I think it was Colin Cowherd or Rich Eisen was saying, oh, they have 4 wins where they won by double digits. And then I keep going back to what I saw against the Cardinals, what I saw where they should have probably lost that game. And it's just, and they lose to the Cleveland Browns. I'm sorry, you lose to the Cleveland Browns. I need to see something better than that. And their schedule gets easier because they have a third place schedule. So I want to see more from them. I know a lot of people have respect for them, but and they're my Super Bowl team too. So I mean, that just tells you where I'm at too.
They're a top 10 team at best.
Yeah.
Oof.
Fernando.
The cheese curds are melting.
What's
going on? What are you weirdos up to?
You didn't hear that?
No, I can't hear it when I'm on the phone. I don't know why.
It said "Go Pack Go."
Oh God!
He's checking his watch. Hurry up, Fernando.
Let me go with mine. Bucks, Chiefs, Colts, Lions, Eagles. Same thing. There's nothing I can do. 16 would probably be the Packers, but those are my 5. Dan, why don't you go?
Okay, here we go. Bradley Bozeman, I hate thee, incredibly so. Every time, it brings me back to like 2013. Every time I see him pass pro, I think of the Tebow because he's always on his knees looking at the ground. I don't know what the hell he's doing, but he's not protecting my boy. Greg Roman, can't stand you.
How's he on this?
I've been trying to be patient, but I'm on the train.
He ran the football well last week.
Whoa. I know in mediocre land where you like to just hang out and have a few drinks,
That's
you're
all
okay
you guys
with
do
1
in
week.
Charger land is
But I
be
want to
mediocre.
see increments. I want to see it trending correctly, and I don't see it trending correctly. But we'll see. Dan Quinn, you 70-year-old bastard who wears your hat backwards, wear it correctly. Damn it, you're a grown man, and you lost to the Chiefs, so you suck. Mahomes sucks. The Chiefs suck. I hate all of them. I hope they're not on their way back. But the NFL can't keep them out because they want that Swifty cam. So there you go. Those are my bottom rankings.
All right, let's go to the full rankings. It is Lions, Colts, Eagles, Buccaneers, Chiefs. All right, let us go now to Dan's favorite segment, the NFL Pick'ems Challenge for us.
Let's go.
Let us see the results of this last week. Dan and Dago went 4-1.
I'm gonna have my doppelganger pick again for me. Apparently. Oh, and who's that in the basement? Where you at, Gilberto? I can't see you.
I did it on purpose so you could recover from your mental health. You
want to make fun of mental health? You're gonna put me in a straitjacket or something? You're gonna fire me?
If I was 5-0, maybe.
Dan, what happened to Gilberto this week?
Again, I love this. Man. Vic, you have got to stay in front of him. Keep him down there.
I will say I'm closer to Fernando than Gilbert, but it's not.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you, like the supposed goat told the real goat, I can do this better part-time than you could ever full-time.
Well, yeah, when you take a week off to study football, sure. I don't get the luxury to take a week off.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's a ha. Let me show you what you do from 11 to 2.
I need a
hear those keyboards clapping? At 10 a.m. when you decide to maybe wake up and just open a
Maybe you should check out the SI website and see how many stories I cranked out today. Jesus,
I was surprised with all the retweets Gilbert was doing today. I was like, wow.
I think I had like 5 alone today.
Wasn't there something interesting about SI and writing reports or no?
No. We're not getting into that. All right. I'm
just kidding. I know you're good at your job. Don't take that one personal. I'm just kidding.
I always do.
You're good at your job. I'm sorry. Let me say, like Fernando does it when he subs the class. Let me say 3 nice things. Gilberto's one of my favorite people. I hate I don't see him enough. Every time at the Super Bowl, I got to get it out of my system for the year because I got to.
You didn't even get to see him this last Super Bowl, Dan.
Yeah, I didn't get to see him this. Oh, so I'm making up 2 years in a row. I haven't
seen you in 2025 at all. Now I think about it, like in person.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen. Yeah, no.
No, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did once at the shower.
No,
that wasn't 2025, I don't think.
That was this year, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. No, that was 2024. You're right. That was November.
Not in the shower, you creep.
I was like, come on, dude.
Oh, my God.
Shower.
This fool. He's trying to assassinate me. There you go.
All right. Let us go now with the picks from this week. Let's start it off with Bears at Bengals. I will go with the Bengals. Gilbert.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good.
You're unprepared. Go ahead.
No, I know you're trying to watch Otani. Bears at Bengals. I went with the Bengals.
Okay.
I got in trouble last week by picking the lesser frauds of 2 frauds, and I think the Bears are lesser frauds than the Bengals. So give me the Bears. Does that make sense?
Dan.
I'll take the Bengals. Joe Flacco, don't fail me.
God, Vic.
I'm gonna take the Bears here.
Okay, I don't want to be lone wolf with the Bears. That screwed me
over.
All
right, 49ers at Giants. Oh,
jeez.
Give me the Giants. Gilbert.
Freaking 49ers have been burning me. I'll take the home team here. Give me the Giants. And they're gonna lose.
I'll take Bobby.
Bobby.
Oh,
Bobby
Robert.
Salah.
Oh.
Salah.
I'll go with the 49ers as well.
All right. Next
Mac
game.
Jones.
Cardinals at Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys.
I hate when you do these type of games.
Burned me last week.
What's with all these crappy games?
That's all that
they're all. So one of the things I'm doing this year is I'm giving lines that are under 3.
Okay.
Gilbert.
Yeah.
Oh, I already know who you. Oh, this must be impacting you.
Go with.
I went with the Cowboys.
Okay.
To make Dan smile again in his recovery of mental health, It always pains me when I look at the NFC West standings and I see the one that I chose to win it at the bottom. The Cardinals are like by far the worst team in that division. So I hate that pick, but screw them. Give me the Cowboys here.
Dan.
Yeah, I'll take the Cowboys too.
Vic.
Okay, hold on. You know what? I'll go lone wolf here. I gotta take one of these lone wolves. I'll go Cardinals.
You're screwed, Vic.
Jaguars at Raiders.
Jeez.
This is really one of the
Jags.
Yeah.
Gilbert.
Jaguars. What are we doing here?
Dan.
Yeah, I'll go Jags.
Vic.
Come on, Vic.
I'll go Jaguars. Can you go lone wolf, Fernando?
Huh?
Will you go lone wolf here?
No, I already went with the Jags. There's no way.
That means the Raiders are getting last.
Broncos at Texans. Give me the Texans. Dan.
Broncos at Texans?
Yeah.
Who'd you go with, Fernando? Sorry.
Texans.
Okay.
I'll take the Broncos.
Dan. Gilbert.
Yeah, give me the Broncos too.
Vic.
Give me the Texans just because I have them. As
All right, last game. Chiefs at Bills.
Oh.
I will go with the. Well, you know what? Gilbert, go ahead.
Yeah, believe it or not, Dan, I don't like all the hype that the Chiefs are getting right now. They still have ways to go to really be fully back. So give me the Bills at home here.
Dan.
I'm still conflicted because I'm like, the Bills always win it when it doesn't mean as much, but the Chiefs are kind of rolling. I'll just go with the Chiefs. They'll probably throw it in their favor anyway.
Vic.
I'll take the Bills here as well.
I will take the Chiefs. All right. Dan, thank you so much. You are. Oh wait, no, hold on. Sorry. Let's go.
I'm getting ready.
Yeah, we never want to talk about the wins challenge.
Let's go to the wins challenge. Let's go over to the wins challenge right now. Let's see the standings. Dan and Dago is number 1 at 23.5 wins.
Right, baby.
Chargers, Packers, and the Patriots gave him a win this week. Let's go. Mine, Eagles, Ravens, 49ers, Bucks, Bears. The Eagles, the Ravens, the Bucks are the only ones that gave me a win. So let's go to the next one.
You got 3 wins? Damn.
Gilberto at 22.5. The Chiefs, the Lions, the Broncos are the ones that gave him victory, so only 3. And then last but certainly not least, Vic the Producer at 17. You know what, Vic? I am going to be gracious to you.
No, I'll keep it. No, I'll keep it.
You're trying to make a trade?
No. I was gonna let him take off Raiders and take Broncos if he wanted it.
No, he has Broncos.
What are you talking about?
Oh, my bad. Okay,
Broncos.
Sorry.
No, I will
give him the Raiders. Put him back in the cellar where he belongs.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that it was between the Raiders and the Vikings for my last pick, and they suck anyway. So that's why I'm like, I'll keep them. That's fine.
Oh, Gilbert, I want to know what your thoughts are before we let Dan go. The 49ers are adding more pass rush as they're assigning Clennon Farrell to the practice squad.
How exciting.
Wasn't he with the Chargers?
Not over.
He was.
Yeah, the Chargers let him go. Dan, thank you so much. You can excuse yourself. You are the best. We always appreciate when when you're here.
Copa, Telecopa, and don't forget, we'll never find out why John Cena became the Rock's bitch.
All right.
Oh, this is not a trade. This is a signing. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Thank
God. No, you're good. It's a signing.
You're like, okay, I gotta go do work right now.
Leave.
No. What was number 2, Vic?
All right. Actually, let me leave you there because you brought it up earlier, and I was like, oh no, not again. Fernando did it again. All right, number 2, Chris Olave to the New England Patriots.
Dang, okay, I did not know I did this. That's a good one then. I just think it makes sense. I think the Patriots need to I don't want to say go all in, but if they got Chris Olave to go with Booty or whatever his name is, I think that would help. Hunter Henry's been a good help. Another position I kind of would want to see the Patriots add as a running back because I think the show just got better. I feel like the Patriots would do well with another running back. I think they've kind of struggled with the run. I don't think what's his name, the rookie out of Ohio State. He had flashes at the beginning, but he hasn't really. It's kind of taken him a little bit. And then Stevenson is a guy that he's okay at times. Other times he struggles. But I like Chris Olave. I think Chris Olave would bring a lot to this offense, and I really feel like Drake May is feeling himself. I think he is in the MVP discussion right now, and I certainly think that at 6-2 they have a lot to look forward to. So, yeah, that's that. I actually really like this trade.
Gilbert.
Yeah, that'd be a nice trade. It adds a speed element. Maybe this is a good question to ask. Who would be the better wide receiver that's potentially available? Is that Waddle or Olave? I feel like Waddle might be better than Olave, but
yeah,
tough.
but I thought about this, and I'm like, the Dolphins would not trade with the Patriots,
Oh, yeah,
and so that's why I went with the Saints trading to the Patriots, and then also you get a guy who can stretch the field for that team, and then you don't have to commit to Diggs, going forward.
Yeah,
you can have him on a young guy that can grow with Drake May.
Yeah, so Olave might potentially be the best available wide receiver. I kind of don't like that he's somewhat of a one-trick pony, but maybe I shouldn't diminish him. He's not just a downfield threat. I think he's been racking up some catches. I think he has 500 yards receiving. I think you froze there, Fernando. But he did well for Rattler for a little bit, so maybe Olave figures it out. He's been dealing with injuries too as well. You're back, Fernando. So yeah, I like it from this standpoint, especially what you just said, Vic, because Diggs is not on the long-term plan. So Olave needs a contract. If he proves himself as a rental, maybe you pay him for the long haul.
Yeah,
San Diego boy there.
That's right.
All right, number 3, Bradley Chubb to the Indianapolis Colts.
I think there's better. I was doing my top 15 players available story, and there's actually a good amount of edge rushers besides the big ones that could be available. I like Carl Granderson from the Saints. I even like Jalen Phillips better. I think because Chubb is a little older. His
By the way, Granderson's touchdown on Sunday was hilarious. Was it him? Who was the one that caught a touchdown from that? Oh no, it might have been an edge from the. It
was Chase Young.
Bucks. Yeah.
Oh, I think
from the Bucks. He caught a pick right in front of the end zone. He kind of like sidestepped.
Oh yeah, it was the Bucks.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
He was the one that caught it.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw 2 seconds of that game. That was not a game that I was paying attention to.
Yeah.
But he's one. I even would rather have Jalen Phillips. I know he's coming off injuries, but he doesn't have the big contract and he's younger. And I think he's a guy that, once his body gets used to playing that much football, maybe he gets better towards the back end of the season. I think I saw he's been picking up the sacks too. Chubb is older, so I get the idea here, but I think there's better options out there for him. Even a guy like Jermaine Johnson from the Jets, who I think was told is going to stay. Kayvon Thibodeau, call the Giants there because you got a surplus of edge rushers. What has that done for you? Nothing. Go get
you're
better
going
depth
through
here,
a lot of the names I'm going to bring up.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Yes, the reason
I will not do it because there's just better options for a Super Bowl contending team. Go get the better options.
Yeah, and before I bring on Fernando here, the reason I went with Bradley Chubb here and instead of Jalen Phillips is it feels like they have dudes there in the Colts. I think they need more of a someone they can plug in as opposed to a Jalen Phillips where he's gonna need a contract right away. It feels like so. I mean, Bradley Chubb's already under contract, so just something to think about.
I love Goon. What happened with the Mission Hills coaching staff? I'm very interested in that. Maybe I haven't been paying attention as much. Skittles, eat the rainbow. That's what Gilbert's doing. What? You're eating is it Skittles? What are you eating?
Oh, actually both. No, where's M&M's?
Oh, M&M's.
He's going through his.
Do you like throw them
they're gonna give out to the trick-or-treaters?
No, once at a time. But yes, I did because I'm kind of in the suburbs now. I'm like, hey, maybe kids want to come and knock on my door. And I got a bunch of candy, but I just been eating it.
With that mustache and those glasses and that hat, saying that you want little kids to knock on your door is wild.
No, I'm gonna have a bucket in the front of my door. I don't want to answer the door. Okay?
There's trick-or-treaters, mother.
I can't. I maybe might open the door a couple of times, but
by the way, the last 2 episodes we just finished the most disgusting episodes I've ever seen. I didn't need to see all that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with all the killers. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the dude with the tits in prison. Like, what the hell? Like, I didn't need to see
The
that
guy
shit.
who's fascinated with shoes. Yeah.
Oh God, it was all weird. I agree with Gilbert, but I am not going to be the asshole who does that to Vic. So I will say, as a veteran presence to this defense, I think it would help. That team has a lot of young guys on it. I think veteran presence like him, they already have DeForest Buckner, obviously, but I definitely think that Bradley Chubb would add something. It might be cheaper to grab him than some of the other names out there. It might be cheaper to kind of go and get them, but I do agree with the Broncos are at the point, or the Colts are at the point right now where they should kind of go a little bit all in, because you never know when you're going to be in this opportunity again. Next year, teams are going to figure out Daniel Jones. Teams are going to figure out their scheme, and Jonathan Taylor will be a year older. So I think they kind of need to go for it right now, and maybe say F them picks and try and go, because in a couple weeks you're going to play the Chiefs. If you beat, well, I mean, you're going to play them after the trade deadline, but I think right now you're kind of building up to go and play them, and I think that's going to be a good measuring stick for them. But I say yes, Colts, go get Bradley Chubb. You're going to need to play Mahomes. You're going to need to play Herbert. You're going to need to play Bo Nix and some of these other guys. You're going to need pass rushing to go do that. So I definitely think that it would be a good opportunity for them.
Yeah. And I'll start off here with number 4, because I already got Gilbert gave me this idea, but Max Crosby to the Detroit Lions.
1,000%. Why? Like,
Yep.
last year, you guys had the opportunity to go do that. You didn't do it. You decided to wait. Hutchinson got hurt. The rest of the team kind of got hurt, and you were done. Detroit, there's something going on there, because their main guys get hurt very regularly on that defensive side. So I wonder what it is. Maybe they need to look at the way they practice or whatever, because guys are just getting hurt. I remember last year, there was multiple guys that dropped during practice when it came to Chargers the Chargers practice. I remember Asante Samuel Jr. one day just got put on IR randomly, and they're like, "Oh, he got hurt in practice." So sometimes with these ex-players, you kind of have to tone it down. You're not back in the 2010s where you had 2-a-days during training camp and all that. But I think Max Crosby would definitely add a different element. I think when they played the Chiefs, Hutchinson was giving it his all, but he just didn't have that other guy to help him out. I definitely think if the Lions go, let's go get Thibodeau and let's go get Jalen Phillips, 1,000% go do that. Go get 2. But if you can get a 1, and a 1 being that Max Crosby, go do that as well. So I'm good with either or, but I think Max Crosby would definitely add a different element, and he's a hometown kid. I definitely think that they would bring him in. It'd be great for him to come in, and I think the city would really embrace him.
Yeah, I agree. And then if you're the Raiders, it's time to kind of start
you have to start over. Like,
yeah.
you just keep on holding on to guys, and you need to start. It's time to start over, and it's time to embrace the rebuild, because you're going to bring a new quarterback. You have a good tight end, but you have some pieces on the offensive line, but you need to start over. And I think you need to give Max, thank him for all the years that he's been there for you, and go give him an opportunity to go win a ring. And I think the Detroit Lions give him a good opportunity to try and do that.
Gilbert, you already told me how you feel about this, so I'm going to move on here to number 5. Jalen Phillips to the Baltimore Ravens.
I'm gonna say no. Like, honestly, like, what is that really gonna do for the Ravens? You're supposed to have the roster already, so I say just make it work with what you have. Don't kill any assets. If it doesn't work, well, you go down swinging. To me, that's one team like that they just couldn't figure it out coaching wise. Honestly, they played better defensively coming out the bye week. Maybe they have similar to what they did last year with Zach Orr, where they adjusted after a crappy 2 months of the season. So I say see it through. The AFC North is not pulling away. Nobody wants to take it, so I'm gonna say no here.
You just traded away Odafe Owe. He's in the same position that Jalen Phillips is about to be in. He's going to be in a contract year. He needs a new contract. You just got rid of Owe because you're in the same spot as that. So you're bringing in a guy who is a similar, and they have similar numbers. Obviously, Jalen Phillips is a bigger name because of everything that happened, but I just think you're kind of replacing a guy that you're going to have to pay with another guy that you're going to have to pay. So I think Jaylen would add something, especially because Kyle Van Noy's coming off an injury. I know the kid out of Marshall had a sack over the weekend, so that was big for them. But I definitely think that this is kind of just doing the same thing you were doing earlier.
All right, this is the big one here. Myles Garrett to the Philadelphia Eagles. And the reason I brought this one up is that there was rumors that the Eagles were making room to go after Myles Garrett. You have all those draft picks. You know the Browns won draft picks, and you know Howie Roseman has a bunch of draft picks. So I give you the floor here.
Vic heard the TV, so that's why he looked over. Look, I give the Eagles a lot of credit. They had the balls to call the Cowboys and ask them, hey, what do you want from Micah Parsons? Obviously, Jerry Jones is going to hang up the phone. But I definitely think that they need to swing for the fences with this one. I think Myles Garrett would add so much. You already have Brandon Graham who came back. I know Gilbert already gave it a, but I definitely think that with him coming back, you still have the kid out of Georgia. Well, one of the several kids that are at Georgia, that other pass rusher, is it Dean? No, it's
Nolan
the other
Smith.
one, right?
Smith.
Yeah, Nolan Smith. He's on IR. You're going to get him back at one point. You're going to have, you would have Myles Garrett on the other side of him. Like, you are playing a great game, and you're adding the pass rushing that you're missing with Josh Sweat going over to Arizona. I think Myles wants to have his cake and eat it too, or that's the saying, right?
Yeah,
have his cake and eat it too. He played a dangerous game during the Super Bowl. We were all there. We saw it. He was bitching on the Rich Eisen show. Then he turns around and he's like, I want to be here. Boom. He gets the highest paid contract in as a defensive player. Obviously, it's already been passed, but I definitely think that he would add a lot to Philly. I think it'd be a great signing. I think that's a signing that could keep you in contention for another 2 years. Have his cake and eat it too. Yes. And I think he wanted the money, but he also wants to be on a contender. So I think his plan ultimately is going to be get that money, and then now he's going to probably request a trade. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next few days he requests a trade, especially if those guys lose over the weekend. Maybe he doesn't say it verbally, like out in the media, but maybe he tells them, hey, I want out. Like, I'm tired of this. We keep on losing. I don't see a bright future. But again, that's not what you signed up for. You said you believe that they gave you the best chance to win a Super Bowl. And again, you've gotten a DUI. Was it driving?
Speeding.
No, it was speeding, whatever, same shit. So well, not the same shit, but I definitely think that he would add a lot to that. But I just don't like the way he's gone about everything, of crying and not crying, but like throwing his helmet after a 5-sack game. Dude, that's what you wanted the money for. That's what you got paid. Now attend to the consequences. But maybe the Eagles and Howie Roseman can save him, and they can be a Captain Save-A-Ho and bring him in and let him be the superstar talent that he is. I think they're going to have to do something with that contract, though, because that's a lot of money. Well, I know the Eagles have paid a lot of players.
Well, they made the room, and how we can finesse the I'm not worried about that. Gilbert.
All right, I got this one and one more for you, and I got to get going here. It's already past my time. But Myles Garrett to the Eagles, it just makes a lot of sense. Like, this is what the Eagles do. Even when it's not on their radar and there's something that's materializing, they'll jump in and call. That's what I love about Howie Roseman. He doesn't just settle. He doesn't get complacent. He's always trying to get better. He's always thinking about the future. So if this happens, I would not be shocked. I think there was reports that they even called the Cowboys for Micah Parsons. Jerry Jones wasn't going to do that, obviously, because they're divisional rivals. But that just shows you how he picks up the phone and does due diligences or whatever. Does his research, better word. And then he usually figures it out. So to me, this would be perfect. One that could come out of left field, and we're like, yeah, that makes sense. So I think they definitely should do it. And Myles Garrett will be thrilled here. You got your money, and now you got your winning franchise, so he will not complain at all.
Attentive listening next time, asshat. I said the same thing too.
Huh?
Yep.
I said the thing about them going after Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry.
Stop eating candy.
I'm gonna go fast here. Peter Skoronski, guard to the Los Angeles Chargers.
They need it. They need all the help that they can get. Who does he play for? The
Tennessee Titans.
Titans. Yeah. No, they play him this weekend. I could see them potentially saying, hey, let us get the guard, one of your offensive linemen. Let us bring him back. They need it. Mekhi Becton hasn't been what they promised. Zion Johnson has struggled, and so has Bradley Bozeman. So I could definitely see them doing that.
All right, Gilbert. Denzel Ward to the Los Angeles Rams.
That'll be perfect. I think they're finally trying to get rid of their cornerbacks. He's actually old. I forgot that he's been in the league for that long. 2018. They traded Greg Newsome, so maybe they'll trade Denzel Ward. So yeah, definitely do it. He plays the outside, and they need an outside cornerback.
Out of all these, Gilbert, which one's most likely to happen after all these ones that Vic has given us?
I could see this one actually. I think the Rams are really in play for an outside cornerback. I hope for them because they need it.
This is the one that everybody's been talking about. Brees Hall to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Ooh, that would definitely be good for the Chiefs, and that would be bad for the rest of the league. He's actually played well this season. He's found his rhythm. He's not been the problem there in New York. He's playing well.
I would say Brees Hall to the Chargers is the one that keeps on making the most noise. So I actually could see that one happening because I don't think Jim and Joe trust Kimani Vidal as everybody thinks that they do. I definitely think that they're going to go after Brees Hall, and I think Jim's going to be willing to do it. Why? He wants that 2 running back system. You get Brees Hall in here. He runs the football. You wait for Omarion to come back. Once Omarion comes back, you probably have the best 2-headed monster at running back in the league with Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Omarion, or Lad McConkey, and Oronde Gadsden. So I definitely think that the Chargers might be the ones that make this trade instead of the Chiefs. It seems like the Chiefs are pretty content with the weapons.
All right, let's end it. Let's go.
All right, last one. Kayvon Thibodeau to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yes, it would be perfect. The Buccaneers and need an edge rusher. Kayvon, you're the third fiddle. Go with Abdul Carter. Go with Brian Burns. Ship out Kayvon. This is perfect.
We appreciate everybody so much for jumping on the Four Compas show. That was definitely a great showing. You guys are the best. We appreciate it. Wednesday, House of Horns. Who do the Rams play this weekend? The Saints. Oh, wow. What a great matchup there.
The Rams and the Chargers are playing 2 of the worst teams.
Yeah, exactly. Dan and I will be jumping on Thursday for What's Up Bolts. We can't do Wednesday, so we'll do Thursday this week. And after the games, obviously, you guys know we have the lives. Lunes live next week, and then obviously next Tuesday. Don't forget about the Four Compas show. So again, thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. Gilbert, get us out of here.
Yeah, get out of here, all of us, because I got to go and enjoy the World Series. Hopefully it's not 18 innings, and enjoy week 9. I'm losing track. All right, time to get going. Ya nos vamos, pues.